Hello, this is Professor Crump, and this is the Professor Crump movie review show where I review the movies that my students make. Yeah, this wasn't my idea, but what can you do? Jim, can you make sure that part's edited out? The part where I talk about how I don't want this podcast. Please make sure that's edited. Hi, this is Professor Crump, and this week's going to be a bit different because I don't have Jim here doing any of this because he's on sabbatical. Those who were tuned in last week will obviously know why. It was all a mess. There's blood everywhere. It was disgraceful. I've never been so embarrassed being educated for in my life. But I've been assured by everyone involved that, yes, it was indeed my fault, which the Dean has made very clear. And he has actually put me on academic probation, which is weird because I thought there's only something he did for students. But he assured me that my reckless, insane behaviour demanded he put me on that too. So there you go. And yeah, my plan for beat by beat discussions was refused because, as Dean so succinctly put it, these students have other classes. They don't need to have more classes with you. They don't want to have more classes with you. Vanessa is still furious about her hand. Chris still has a broken nose, and Neil told me that she's also got a bit of a concussion and can't remember. She's got a bit of amnesia too. So it's strange that it's just the apparently it's just the horrible language she used. Apparently she's really pleasant to everyone now, but there you go. Neil, of course, has apologised for the mix-up, but again, I think that was Jim's fault, and I'm very angry with Jim for how he's put this podcast online as well, because I got another email last week from friggin' Hawaii saying that my voice was so awful that they used it to euthanize a baby lamb. And I take that incredibly painfully. I'm also wants to say I'm very upset that you students heard, you hear every week things you're not meant to hear. These phone conversations, like my personal life and why I get up to my particular interests are not for you guys, okay? I'm not trying to be like Billy, who openly puts across things that he wants people to see of sexual nature. And by the way, Billy, I've asked you every week how that poor man is, because again, you showed us graphically his butthole, and he looks like he might have some very serious illnesses. So I appreciate if you could update me on that. But at the same time, like Billy, I asked if you destroyed that footage and you said yes, and it turned up again. So please get rid of that footage. Even if it's consensual, it's just, you don't need to keep it. I assure you, I've deleted the copy you sent me, and it is completely not deleted. Now, I was hoping that we'd have discussion with Olga and go beat by beat for a story, but that wasn't possible. And she has also refused to let anyone see the footage. And I explained this to Dean, who was like, have you seen it? And I was like, no. And he told me I needed to watch it before we put in class. But Olga's not only refused to let me watch it, she's told me nothing about it at all. I don't know anything about this, and I'm very concerned. Because Olga has assured me, well, not even sure, sure's the wrong word, but she keeps saying to me that she's a big David Cronenberg fan. And I've said to Olga, I've asked Olga what era of Cronenberg, and she said she just, all of it. And I was like, but can you narrow down? And she said no. So she's told me this movie is very Cronenberg, and I'm very disturbed. Actually, no, that's nice. She did say what the title of the movie was. She said the movie was called Jammy Anus. which I've not told to Dean, and I appreciate if knowing this with Dean, but we are all going to have to watch this movie together in class, so I'm very sorry. I'm hoping the title is some sort of metaphor. I said put that fire out. Put it out now. You know what you did. You know what you did. Billy, you put that fire out right now. Billy, Vanessa, sit down, please. Sit down. Neil, don't get involved. Neil, don't get involved. And Olga, I'm actually angry now. Because all I asked you, Olga, was what era of Cronenberg was it from? And you didn't answer. You said all of it, actually. You said all of it. And I didn't realise you were being literal. Olga, you've literally just stolen things from every Cronenberg movie and jammed them together. There's no plot. There's no acting. There's no story. Oh, Olga, I understand you're getting upset. I understand you're getting upset. Okay? But all you've done is made a love letter in Cronenberg. And I'll admit, this is quite a passionate love letter in Cronenberg. Especially at the end of the movie where you literally put your phone number on screen and go, Cronenberg, please call me. But again, he's not here. He's not here. David Cronenberg does not come to these sessions, Olga. So I don't know what you're doing this for. Oh, you put this on YouTube. Oh, you put it on YouTube yesterday. So before we saw it, it's on YouTube. Okay, well, class, has anyone seen this movie? Has anyone, Vanessa, you've put the fire out. You can sit down now. You can sit down. It's all taken care of. Okay. You can. I assure you. I've called the fire department. I've asked them not to attend. I've done that. Okay. I've done it. It's been done. It's been. Olga, can you please stop shouting that you want David Cronenberg to attend? I understand, but I do not have his email address, and even if I did, he would not come. Billy, I swear to God, stop chanting, we want porn. Because firstly, you are not we, you are you. Okay? No one else is chanting that. Neil, put your hand down. Okay, class, stop. Okay? I am really... Olga, I don't even know how great this movie. Because on one hand, yes, you've made a very, very, very nice homage to David Cronenberg. But it's literally just a bunch of stuff, you know, an exploding head, sex in a crash car, a spider, a picture of Viggo Mortensen, which, did you have to use that one? Did you have to use that picture from Eastern Promises? You didn't even blur it out. Okay, class, we need to stop. Okay, right. You are all doing... In some regards, you are doing good work, but in other regards, you are all giving in to your base impulses too much. Billy, you are obsessed with porn. Vanessa, I don't even know Vanessa. I don't even know. I really don't know what you're doing, Vanessa. Olga, you are one person who's not ripped off a movie that's just come out. Because I assumed you'd be doing something related to Planet of the Apes and you haven't. At all. So in that regard, you've done well. Because you three, Billy, Vanessa, Neil, I know you think I'm not up on pop culture, but you've literally just ripped off on movies. And it's very shameless. Billy, especially, I swear to God, Billy, if you chant that one more time, I would kick you out of this class. Because I know for a fact that you read the synopsis for Challengers and thought, I'm going to make a porn movie. You literally have to discuss tennis, Billy. Billy, you literally have to discuss tennis. And for God's sake, I'm recording. Jesus Christ. I would like to apologise to the Dean and to all students. I understand now that it was not a good idea to have a waste bin full of oil next to Billy, who likes to smoke marijuana during classes. Now, he's medically allowed to do it, so I cannot stop him, but he's not medically allowed to pick up his spliff and throw it while it's still lit in a bin full of gasoline. Now, I shouldn't put gasoline there, I understand, but Billy knew it was there because I told him it was there, and he threw it in anyway. As neither here nor there. Class, we are going to be taking a break from this. We are going to be taking a break next week. We are not doing this mess. We are all going to go and see a movie together as a bond exercise. We're going to see two movies. We are going to see Night for the Living Dead, and we are going to see Day of the Dead. We're going to see them back to back. We're going to bond as a group. I'm going to take you to see two really good movies back to back, zombie movies. And I want you, instead of making a movie, I want you guys to each write down your thoughts on those movies, why they work, why they don't work, what effect they have in cinema, and how director's style has changed, because they're both made by George Romero at different times in his career. And I want you to write an essay. That's what we're going to do. That's something I've come up with. That's not something the Dean's demanded, because the Dean is not happy with these podcasts. So what we need to show them that we can all write, and I will grade your writing, and then we'll go from there. And the person who gets the best grade will get a gift certificate for Starbucks. There you go. A gift certificate for Starbucks to the person who writes best essay. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do next week instead of making movies.